Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Brett Field, aka Sketchy Brett, YouTube's sketchiest artist. And today we're back with another episode of Around the World. This time, a little bit different. Why? Because normally I'm asking you guys for your suggestions of which city to move on to next. This time, I asked GPT. And instead of me introducing the next city, I'm gonna let the AI do that.
Hello everyone. I'm ChatGPT, an AI language model developed by OpenAI. I'm here to assist you with your creative endeavors, including suggesting a wonderful option for your urban sketch. For your sketch, I have a great suggestion: the vibrant La Boca neighborhood in Buenos Aires, Argentina. La Boca is renowned for its colorful houses, lively atmosphere, and rich cultural heritage. It's a perfect choice to capture the essence of everyday life and showcase the unique charm of this iconic neighborhood. La Boca's colorful houses, painted in vibrant shades of blue, yellow, and red, provide a captivating backdrop for your sketch. The narrow cobblestone streets are filled with energy, bustling street vendors, and the sounds of tango music that float through the air. The neighborhood's strong ties to tango culture add a special touch to the experience, and you might even witness impromptu tango performances as you sketch. By choosing to sketch the La Boca neighborhood, you have the opportunity to highlight the vibrant street life, architectural beauty, and cultural richness of Buenos Aires. Your YouTube video will come alive as you take your audience on a visual journey through the charming streets of La Boca, sharing your artistic perspective and immersing them in the vibrant atmosphere of this iconic neighborhood. So, grab your sketchbook and pencils, and let the colors and energy of La Boca inspire your artistic creation.
I'm excited, I'm jumping right in, let's go. So you can see from the reference image, we've got what looks like quite a complicated building, but if we break it down, it's actually just this sort of center rectangle and then two tapering off edges. There's a lot of color, and that's what's gonna really make this a load of fun. The best way to ruin an urban sketch is to get hung up on details, in my opinion. Other people like that. For me, we need to leave all sorts of things for our viewer to interpret and unpack as they explore the image, rather than for them to flick past what is somewhat resembling a photograph. And you can see I've used the tree to sort of pack in this side and to keep my composition nice and closed up on this edge. Got this little afdakkie. That's a South African Afrikaans word for, what do you call that, an awning? That's a cool word, come on. Afdakkie, afdak. Then we've got the back of a sign. And this is where it counts for you to take control of your own artwork. You've got a reference image, and the key there is reference. It's something for you to build off of. I don't want the back of the sign. So I quite like the idea of having the sign, but I'm not gonna make it the back. I'm gonna make it the front. Quick, easy way to kind of get balance. We can use your pen. Go, while we're about that far out, we're somewhere here, put a dot. Otherwise, you can go from center to the end, center to the end. We know we're somewhere here. Put a dot. It helps you know and get some confidence that you know how far to go, and you can plan between 2 points far easier than just sending it. Perspective points, because we've got a symmetrical building. We know we've got another one of these lampposts, so we're going to include that. It's a little bit further back. Now there is another pole here, but it's not adding anything. There was another one here, leaving it out. Don't want it, thank you. But what I do want is our baseline, and you can see now we've got this. We've also got another tree on that side, which I think is gonna make it too symmetrical. So while it's different, I don't want that tree in, because it's gonna feel like everything's the same. We've got a lot of symmetry here. I want to break that deliberately. I'm going to do a tutorial on how to draw people, and specifically around drawing them at distance, perspective, crowds, all of those sorts of things. I promise you, you all just get hung up on what you think is difficult. It's really not difficult to draw people. So if you want to see that tutorial, let me know. Okay, so the last thing is we've got all these flags that run along here. Now, I'm not going to draw in each flag. I'm going to make sure that the Argentinian one is recognizable, but the rest you'll see when we get to color, they're just going to be representative of rather than exact. Whoa, I'm just going to stop you for a second here because I want to know which city we're going to next. Pop it in the comments below. While you're there, why not subscribe? Right, we're jumping into color. Here we go. Starting with the sky, big flat brush, and we are soaking our sky area. You will see we wanted to have a nice shiny amount of wetness on the page, and we paint to the edges with this water, even though I don't want my color to go to the edge. And the reason is then I can let it bleed as far as I need rather than it stopping unexpectedly. We'll start with the yellow. It's nice and easy to drag some of the other colors. Now remember, I'm not looking to make this an exact replica of what we've got here. What I'm looking to do is to use that as a reference. So it will be recognizable, and people who know this building would hopefully recognize it, but I'm not trying to recreate it exactly. If you are unsure about how to paint loose, I'm going to try and add a card here to a tutorial that I've done on that. We're going to drag it up into the sky while that's busy drying so that we keep that link between the two. It's a huge oversight to try and create perfect distinction between your foreground and your background. I always drag paint and let it bleed between those anywhere where there's a potential interaction. It really adds a dynamic element, and it's something you will do well to practice. Now at this point, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll answer whatever questions you have, and if there's enough of them, I'm going to do a tutorial to help you along. And it's always fun to take bright details that line and kind of box in or complete your composition. So I'm going to use that yellow line that is the curb of the pavement, and that's really going to make this pop. Just watch this. I need to get this Argentinian flag in there because that's important, especially for around the world. So we're going to get onto that next as soon as everything's dried, because I don't want that one bleeding out, because I want it to be a focal point. Right, so we finished with the color. Now it's into details. This is an important step and often overlooked. Make sure your page is dried 100%, and we're going to really start to put in some details, and it really makes all the difference. So we're just working with the Lamy Safari again and a white Posca marker for highlights. So this really helps us pull back some of the detail. Things like these shutters. Now it's also easy to overdo your highlights, so what I suggest is you just take a break, put down the white, pick up your black marker again, and then start working that, and then you can always come back. Now this is something we've been very subtle with. Even though it's such a big component, I don't want these lines from the corrugated boarding, or corrugated iron sheeting. I don't want that to overwhelm the image, but we can't just ignore it. We have to bring some of that texture in, so we just do it, but in a subtle way. So we get a sense of it without overwhelming the image. That's it, we've completed another stop of the Around the World tour. I'm really thrilled with how this turned out, and if you do too, it's going up on my website for sale, but there's only one, so be quick. Now's your turn to get involved. Let me know in the comments below where you want us to go to next. I've got to say that Buenos Aires has really been my favorite stop on the tour so far. If you've missed some of the others, you can check out Reykjavik, Iceland, here, or why not check out the Dancing House in Prague.